Hey, C Doom, what's good? Hope you're well, man. Streaming Doom 3 SG only? Oh dear. Oh man. Is that even fun? Not as bad as I thought. It's okay. Are you very like? Are you well versed in Doom 3? Like, is it a game that you've played a lot and know well? Because I can't, for the life of me, I can't really remember any of that game. No, but I'm not bad at it. Yeah, like Hyper, I'm just doing I'm just trying to like have a bit of fun. So I'd rather just play the game, just do a bit more of a casual Ultra Nightmare run for once. Still no VC? I don't know, man. Like, when I'm playing, I'd rather not VC, to be honest, because, like, I just lose focus. If I have to focus on chat and speak it to people at the same time, like, I'd rather, yeah, I don't know. Bro needs more cores in his brain, for sure. I need a younger brain, that's what I need. My 40-year-old brain can't handle multitasking that well, bro. That's what it is. Where's the skip, bro? Dude, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not a speedrunner, so I don't know all these, I know a few skips, but not all of them. Hey, Stefan. How's it going, man? How's life on the farm? Just okay? Smooth, okay. That sounds better than okay. That's what happened to Stereo is very strange, but okay. Stefanus from the Balkans, we're all depressed here, and we hate each other. Oh, man. Friendly neighbors. Hey Brian, what's good? It'd be boring if we didn't hate each other. Really? Would it be boring? Why the hate? I've beaten Walls of Mass Sliders. Congrats, man. It's crazy. Aww. Getting too political? Yeah. Maybe. Maybe just a tiny bit. Just maybe a tiny bit too political for a YouTube gaming stream, right? And metaphysical, yeah. Sedum is carrying my streams. What do you mean? Hyper won't be hyper if he doesn't break a record. Yeah, we're going to see more of that, I think. How am I? I still have one of these. How you doing, Fossil? Vidaz, my boy. Hey, guys. Hey, Cobalt. Hey, Anus. How's it going, guys? Good, go great, my girl. That's amazing, Cobalt, man. Hope it keeps on. Hope it keeps on progressing. Hold on to it as long as you can, man. I just bit my tongue 3 times. Wow, okay. I do that once and I learn not to bite it again, but okay. What the fuck is... This game, sometimes you have no clue what's hitting you. All right. Uh-oh. It has its great Doom Eternal and TDA. I mean, you know, I'm new for my age. For my age, I do my best, right? Doom Eternal is definitely a harder game to be really good at, that's for sure. I think it's a bit easier to be good at this game. Amnu, have you beaten Dark Ages on UN yet, or still not? You saw Gazing into the Abyss got more encounters? No, I don't think so. Cobalt. I think I only played the version that came out like a month and a half ago. That was the last time I played it. I didn't know they added more stuff to it. Got updated a couple days ago. Okay, nice. Yeah, maybe I'll give that a go. Just that these days, like, I'm not really feeling like playing Eternal, to be very honest with you. In my eyes, this game is very, you know, so Amnu, tell you the truth, like, I've finished this game a million times now, and tell you the truth, like, I feel like I can finish it in the same amount of time as I do Eternal, for some reason. Like within like 4 hours, something like that. So there's a lot of levels, but they're actually shorter. A lot of levels are shorter than an Eternal, but there's more levels for sure. I've been procrastinating the living fuck out of continuing my mod. That's awesome, bro. Like, I mean, at least you're on a mod. At least you're doing something with your time, right? Did I get the imp? Okay. Apparently. I'm bad at Doom? That's not true, Amnu. It's like 2 hours 30 long. Well, Daz, you're also playing Weapons Speed? Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm comparing, you know, my experience of how I play both games, right? Eternal is obviously, you can't change any sliders. So you can't do anything about that, and in this game, my default is always 150 speed, right? So I'm just comparing both, but I agree with you. Like, if I was playing this game at 100 speed, then it would take me way longer to complete. You know M1, since I saw him playing, I'm sure about my skill issues. Yeah, M1, M1 is just like he's underrated. He's underrated when it comes to Doom Eternal. Like, that guy should get way more recognition. He's really, really amazing at the game. Arguably better than Sylar? Arguably? I don't know. Maybe. M1's the GOAT? Yeah, for sure. Like, he's really, really good at the game for sure. Do you guys know VFBS? Hyper, I swear. If VFBS goes to QuakeCon before you do, I think I'm going to burn down something. I'm not going to tell you what, but I'm going to burn down something. I think about quitting DE, like, I mean, I don't know, you don't have to quit DE, but like, I've played so much DE that I've played everything there is to play, I think, and I think I've gotten as good as I can get. I can't see myself getting any better DE, so like, I don't know. Even though, you know, like, and I've said this many times, even though I think this game isn't as good as DE, right now, given how I feel and, you know, given how I'm getting older and all that, like, I'd rather play this. Because I don't stress as much when I play it. You know what I mean? But I get you in terms of putting DE, like, it's all about privilege. Maybe he's got more money. Yeah, maybe. But still, though, I think to get, I mean, by going to QuakeCon, I'm not talking, yeah, obviously, like, but I'm talking maybe getting an invite to QuakeCon, getting recognized at QuakeCon as a content creator. That's what I mean. And what I'm saying is that if he gets that before you and I, even maybe, I would be very disappointed. Because I think we've been, in a way, like, we've engaged way more with the community that he has, right? Especially you. Gaussy Talk, he's a homie. Yeah, M1 is awesome, man. I really like him. I've known him for quite some time. He's a really cool guy. Cool dude. You need to burn shit down. No need to burn shit down, that's what you meant, sorry. I mean, he went so much shit in D. I've joined so much shit in D, and I thought I was good at the game, but then M1 appeared on YouTube. Yeah, and you know, you have M1, you have, you know, Merkin, you have John, you know, there's a lot of people who are just, like, really cracked at this game. But to be honest with you, Amnu, I think it's also, I think our age is also working against us. Like, M1 is in high school, just so you know, right? So I think sometimes, you know, age can really, yeah. Like, if I played Doom Eternal, you know, back when I was in high school, like, I think I would be a lot better than I am today, right? If I played back then. I've been D on UN like 15 times those master levels, and I'd still say I'm trash. I mean, I think it takes a lot more hyper to get good at DE. Like we're talking a lot of hours. You know, it takes forever to get good at Eternal. It's really, it's quite a project. Yeah, it's for sure effective. When you're younger, you're more energetic most times, which is the main cause for sure. Yeah, energetic, but also faster reflexes. You know, being able to, you know, your coordination is better. Like, there's quite a few things. Unhinged Pizza Man. Oh god, you're playing 150 speed. Oof, I tried it once and it just couldn't do it. Yeah, I mean, like, I've also played the game quite a bit, Pizza Man, so for me, like, it's kind of second nature in a way. So in my opinion, it's definitely the way to play this game. If you're used to it, that is, right? But obviously, like, you know, for your first few playthroughs, play at 100%, and then once you can master that pretty well, then, you know, just move on to 120, 130, and then make yourself up to 150, right? The game at 100% feels too slow even to watch. Yeah, it does for sure. Like, it definitely does. I did beat Dark Ages Ultra Nightmare on all 3 slots though, and I'm satisfied with that. I just can't do the increased speed. Yeah, that's fair, man. Like, if it's not for you, then... Where'd your kick go? What the fuck? I had no idea, man. Like, that's a good question. I have no idea. It's, you know, the game has its own mind at times, right? I've accepted that. I feel like this Cyber Demon is always a bit weaker than the others for some reason. Oh yeah, there you are. Yeah. Meanwhile, I can only do 150 speed. Everything else feels like I'm playing the game in molasses. Yeah. Bro got the bug. Which bug is that, Hyper? I get the feeling that the claim that being good at Doom Eternal now applies to only a handful of players. Even if you've cleared hundreds of maps in the UN, I don't think that counts anymore. No, it's, yeah, like, I think it's gotten... I think we've gotten to a point now where, you know, after 6 years of Eternal, like, the game is completely broken open, and you have a really high tier, like, an S tier of players. There's a handful of them who are just gods at the game, and then you have a lot of A tier players like you and I, Amnu, we're A tier. And then to be considered good, you really have to be, like, be considered S tier, you have to complete like the unbalanced shit UN, right? And that's just something I just don't want to do. I'm not interested in that. Yeah, probably because he's the first one you face in the game. Yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe they introduce the Cyber Demon in this way, so, and you know they keep his health, they get his health lower, just so just so that you're not completely thrown off by him, just so you get used to his moves. Probably, yeah. He's not weaker, but I just got a bug. Okay, okay, it's a bug. Cause like I always thought, because I feel like I always get him quicker. I always kill him faster than everybody else. Than every Cyber Demon. It's kind of weird. You skip the disarming animation and your kick cause. That's it. Yeah, because you skip that animation sometimes for some reason, right? That's true. When you yeah. I'd humbly say I'm like B tier. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, obviously, like, I knew, like, if we're comparing ourselves to Sylar, for example, and even M1, like, then, you know, like, I think it's hard to make a case for us being in that category. At least myself. I'm not going to say, like, I'm in that category. I love it when fodder. Ooh. Easy boy. Yeah, I just wish I knew how to trigger it. Yeah, that's a good point. I have no clue how to trigger it. I just get it a lot. I get it most times, I'd say. Yeah, Holy Sylar with his insane bats, MSC combos, yeah, like it's crazy to look at. And it looks easy when you look at it. He's like, you know, I could do that. It doesn't look that hard, but like actually it is fucking hard. To consistently do it, it is fucking hard. I know how to drop the Aghanim Hunter champion to 0 HP and skip his animation. Huh. Do you hate the Komodo Demon as much as I do? I'd legit say my crossbow shot just for him, though, the whole game. I can't stand fighting that bozo. He's so annoying. The best way to do it, Unhinged, the way I like to do it is like when he's really, like, when he's far off. When he's far off, I just rocket launcher him. And once you get close, I just switch to Cycler. Because, you know, like, he's moving around so fast that it's obviously hard to, you know, to hit him if you're using rockets or any other sort of semi-automatic weapon. So that's how I do it, and I don't really, like, I've never really had an issue with him. Maybe the first time I faced him, but that was it. Why Sylar S tier? He has he beat maps like Unreclaimed Earth Unbound, Soul Processor, UN, Hell's Abyss? Why is he a B tier? S tier in your eyes? I mean, I would say it's like, I think the thing is though, I mean, I think if you wanted to play those, he would definitely beat them on UN. The thing is, I don't think he feels like playing them because these, you know, those maps are maybe too long and exhausting, right? I think he could. Technically, Sylar's a virtuoso, but I never saw him finishing CBT levels on UN. Possible, okay, that's true. You're possibly right there. I actually don't know. I honestly don't know. Just muscle memory to the rhythm degree. I can only do bad swaps and basic NSCs like Slob. into a ballista shot. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I've never really practiced all those moves. Like it's very fancy and stuff, but like I don't think you need it to excel as an Eternal player. I don't think you need it. You know, it's good to have, but it's not something that's required. Oh, nice. Siege Part 1 is one of my favorite levels. Yeah, I think it's a great level. I agree with you, Unhinged. I think it's a great level. Unclaimed Earth isn't that bad, except the final fight with Samur that drags on for way too long with how much health he has, and starts getting repetitive. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You get the flail and chain shot. Yeah, the chain shot isn't my favorite, though. Flail goated, but aura has no damage. Yeah, I think the flail is a great utility melee because like it gives you back armor, but in terms of damage, it's really poor. Really poor. And honestly, I'm just a casual player who enjoys the tougher content. Yeah. In the same way, you'd only need to quick swap to beat U1, otherwise console players would be literally unable to beat it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think, however, you know, if you're not able to quick swap, I think it's going to be really difficult for you to beat mods, Eternal mods, right? I think it's kind of required for you to be able to beat those. That's fair. I like them because they're great for breaking armor quickly. Yeah, that's true. But there's a lot of ways to break armor quickly, though, in this game, right? Come on, dude. Do your thing. Dread Mace was bonk? Yeah. Dread Mace is awesome. Yeah. It's just fancy UN tech. Maybe it's a good thing Eternal mods are limited to PC. Yeah, I agree with you, Wolf Tamer. That's, I think that's a really good thing, to be honest with you. That's not good. The melee here is so weird sometimes. As in the Hell Knight melee. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. Kind of weird. Yeah, but the Damnfly is level 1. It has a longer cooldown than the Gauntlet, but it's just worse. Yeah, like the thing is, like it's if they have to buff something, it's probably the armor it gives back, because given the low damage it does, maybe it only makes sense to buff its damage. I don't know. Yeah. Only use it for pulverizer boosts. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's the best melee for pulverizer charges. Yeah. After 10 years of Doom, I'm just burned out, especially Doom Eternal. I've been pushing myself to the limit playing it these past few years. It has really worn me out. Yeah, for sure. But like, that's why I think it's important, you know, in any, you know, any Doom game, because Doom games, modern Doom games are very intense. So you really need breaks. The best advice I can give is just to take breaks, you know? I just love when you're fighting somebody and a fucking zombie is right behind you. Fucking amazing. Hell is really dumb in this game if they wanted to stop the Slayer, stop throwing green attacks. Yeah. But you know what I like about Doom games is that they don't take themselves too seriously, you know? They're very video gamey, and that's what I like about them. I don't care about immersion, you know, like at all. That was very quick. Normally there's a lot more meanwhile, me with like 2k hours of TDA, like no breaks. Yeah, that's insane. That's like but you know, I think as long as you like it and you're not playing it just because you want to reach, you know, those 2k hours, then that's fine. Because a lot of people are just like, I find that in this generation of gaming where like people are just like boasting about how many hours they have in a video game. I think it's important to play a video game because you enjoy it, not because you want to be like, oh dude, I have like 10,000 hours in this game, you know? Like it's there's a lot of that out there. So like I'm not anywhere, you're like, I'm at 500 hours or so, and that's still to me, like I've gotten a lot of enjoyment from this video game. But at this point in time, I'm not sure with the content it has that I'll be able to reach 2k hours. Maybe, I don't know. I'm glad Dark Ages did something different rather than Doom Eternal 2. Eternal has a nice combat loop, but it was getting stale. Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm happy they did that too, because like, am I done with this? Yeah. I'm happy because you know, like, if I want to play Doom Eternal, then I can play Doom Eternal. If I want Dark Ages, then I can play that. And you know, they're two very distinctively different games, right? So. Lenny Lukey, true. Yeah, I mean, it is. I've only worn 70 hours in GTA. I've only finished it twice, the Nightmare, and after that I have played a little bit of Retorian, but then I deinstalled the game because the combat loop was not for me. And that's fair, Amnu. You know, like, it's not... For me, the combat loop for this game, I like it. It's very different to Eternals, and I find my fun with it. But I agree that Repertorium is not where the fun is for me. The fun for me is with the campaign, right? I like the progression. Like, I feel like I'm playing an RPG, you know, where I have like this character that I have to upgrade and I have to find... I have to min-max him and, you know, like upgrade his health, armor, and all that. And I kind of like that, you know? Dark Ages is honestly my favorite Doom game out of the modern trilogy. I can't wait for the DLC. Yeah, me neither. I'm really looking forward to the DLC. I just don't know when we're going to get it. But I kind of like, you know, I've kind of given up on looking forward to it because I just don't know. I just... I feel like it's going to come out in forever. That's the issue I have. Eternal has mod support. For a reason, if only it existed on console, though. Yeah, they kind of like when people asked them at QuakeCon if they were ever going to release it on console, their answer was our team is a bit small, so you know, we're not sure if we have the resources to pull that off. So I don't know. When they say that, it sounds like a big no to me. I finished it once it launched, then had to put the game down until the patches rolled around because there was so many annoyances that they had to patch out the force slow-mo before I restart. Yeah. The slow-mo, I'm happy they patched that because I agree with you, slow-mo was a pain to play with. I completely agree with you on that. Yeah. Lenny Galuki, I heard the DLC will be long enough to be its own sequel, which sounds exciting. Yeah, that's what they've said a couple times. I've heard them say that. I just hope they're not over-promising something, because that would be a shame if it wasn't the case, right? Or if it's like an open world kind of thing, you know, like, yeah. What's missing here? Yeah, this guy. Come on, Pinky. Uh-oh. What the hell? I like the idea of having a melee slayer. It felt good when you hit a demon with the mace, and like, and the combat loop TDA really fits the power fantasy. Yeah, it definitely does. Definitely does. You feel like Eternal. You feel powerful, but in this game you feel powerful and very heavy hitting. You know what I mean? Very heavy hitting in this game. In Eternal, not as much. Not as heavy hitting. Dark Ages gets so much shit for no reason. People seem to hate just for the sake of hating it and never provide any valid criticism. They just say it's bad because it's bad, basically. And, you know, and a lot of people say it's bad. A lot of people who've never played the game say it's bad. That's also something that ticks me off. Just because it's the, you know, it's what everybody says, like, you know, like modern, you know, like, I don't know what they call it, you know, gaming slop or whatever they call it. Like, it's so, yeah. I'm guessing id Software might release DLC week after 8 holiday. When is that, Superman? Again, is that... I doubt... I mean, we haven't even gotten a trailer yet, so I don't see them releasing anything soon, I can tell you that. I doubt it. Come on, come up, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I just don't see them releasing anything... At least until... QuakeCon, maybe? QuakeCon would be a good time for them to release it. Even though I feel like waiting a year and 3 months is very long for a DLC. But, I don't know. They'll never release a deal with it. The DLC was just a skin pack. Just imagine that. Just imagine the DLC's a skin pack. People will... Speaking of burning shit down, I can tell you that people will be burning shit down if that happens. They joked the DLC will release next week. I may be overthinking it, but maybe trailer next week. Trailer maybe next week, yeah, maybe. But again, I don't know. Like, I think, you know, also one thing they have to be aware of is that GTA 6 is coming out this year, right? It's coming out, what, in November? Just gonna go here first. So, yeah. It's bad because jump pads don't work. People call Dark Ages a downgrade, but they never realize that it's a sidestep. Yeah, it is. It's a sidestep. That's exactly what you have to look at it. 2016, Eternal was an upgrade from 2016, and Dark Ages is a sidestep for sure. Yeah, we don't need those artillery cannons. Fuck that. No more games, just AI. Yeah, that's what I'm not looking forward to. Dark Ages was probably one of the last, probably the last game in id Software's history that's not going to be full of AI stuff. That's for sure. It's not a matter of when GTA 6 comes out, it's a matter if it comes out. I mean, it's going to come out. Like, they've pushed it like 3 times now, right? I mean, I don't care about GTA. Like, I'm not going to buy that game. But what I'm saying is that I think it'd be smarter for... it would be smarter for id Software not to release it around the window in which GTA 6 releases. I mean, that makes sense, right? That's just... but yeah. Oh, no, not 100%? No, I'm not doing 100%, man. Because 100% of this game, for me at least, is very painful. Because you have to collect every piece of gold. You have to, like, I don't know. I'm not interested in that. GTA isn't bad at all, but it's definitely the worst in the trilogy. I would say, to me, it's a second best. 2016 to me is like that's number 3. I'm not a big fan of 2016 compared to Eternal and Dark Ages. Yeah. Dark Ages isn't bad at all, but it's definitely the worst. And the soundtrack alone is a clear downgrade. Oh, yeah, the soundtrack. I mean, that could be debated. Like, I actually like the soundtrack in this game. It's really grown on me. And it actually really has grown on me. Yeah. They really should bring back the weak point from Eternal and expand on the Dark Ages. I miss those. I think that could probably show up, I'm sure, in the DLC. They'll probably do something with that, I could imagine. Most people hate on the DLC for being too... Wait, oh, people already are. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like, but I mean, people are just always going to hate anyways, right? That's that's just how it is. That's what social media and the internet has done to us. Like, it's created a bunch of people who just hate just to hate. Fair enough. I love collecting everything for 100%, but I also have to cause. It's also I have to cause. I have OCD, so I don't really have a choice anyway. Yeah. When you're playing Ultra Nightmare, like, you know, you don't, especially when you want to do it quickly. If you want to clear it quickly, like, I don't see the point. At least for me, I don't see the point in collecting everything because I know exactly which weapons I'm gonna have to max out. And as soon as I have them maxed out, as soon as I get what I need to max them out, for, you know, also for my shield runes and all my upgrades and stuff, I don't see the point in collecting everything else. You know, like I just get what I need and that's it, right? I spent 3K hours in Doom 2016 in Snapman mode. Eternal was my least favorite, though, probably because bugs ruined it for me. Yeah, Eternal is a buggy game for sure, but so, like, I think they're all buggy in their own ways. 2016 was also quite buggy, actually. Interesting take. I love all 3 games, so it's not like I hate this game. But what about 2016? It's worse than TDA. I don't. And so my issue, like, because as somebody, I love the modern Doom trilogy because, I mean, I love Modern Doom because I love doing Ultra Nightmare runs, right? That's one of my things. I think it's so cool, like, to have a permadeath mode where you die once and it's over, right? It makes the game so much fun and it's so replayable. My issue with 2016 is that it's really poorly balanced for Ultra Nightmare. One thing, for example, is in Fireballs, like, they can one-shot you if you're at, like, 70 health or something like that. They one-shot you, and an imp, you know, that's fodder, technically, right? But they can one-shot you with their fireballs. With their fast fireballs. And on top of that, like, you die from fall damage in Ultra Nightmare in 2016. And I think that's just so retarded. That makes no sense to me because, like, the game 2016 is so buggy when it comes to to grabbing ledges, you know, doing platforming and stuff. Sometimes, you feel like you landed somewhere, but you just bounce off and then you die. And I feel like, so getting, in a game that's that buggy, making it so that fall damage kills you and ends your run, I think it's so retarded. And I'm sure they learned from that because in 2016 in Eternal, you lost a bit of health when you fell through a void, and in this game you lose no health. You just respawn right away, right? And I think that's a smart move because you shouldn't die or lose health for falling down somewhere. It makes no sense. The soundtrack maybe bang my head harder than Make Orange, that's for sure. Yeah, like I think the soundtrack is awesome in this game. I don't get the hate. I think it's different, but it's still awesome. It maybe doesn't beat. I think to me, 2016 soundtrack is the best to me, and it probably doesn't beat it. This game doesn't beat it, but it's still awesome. Yeah, rail boosting into lava and losing a UN run. Exactly. And rail boosting happens a lot in 2016. 2016 is full of rail boosts. If you know, you know. 2016 is great. 2016 is a classic shooter that never gets old. It's a great shooter, Messenger. I agree with you on that. But I think there's just a lot of balancing issues that sort of drag it down for me when it comes to rating it. That's why I put Eternal first, Dark Ages second, and then 2016 third, because I just have too many issues with 2016. There's a lot of, for example, there's even a video that I made about this where in a UN run, like I did a glory kill, and in 2016, towards the final couple frames of a glory kill, you're actually vulnerable, so people can actually start hitting you towards the end of your glory kill. And that makes no sense to me, because the glory kill is supposed to be iframes. You throughout the whole frame, all frames of a glory kill, you're supposed to be invincible, but you're not. And that's just dumb to me, you know? But yeah. Anyways, rant over. I just wanted to share that. Can you stop with your fucking dumbbells, please? Thank you. Oh. Uh, 2016 has very much to offer. I agree. It has a lot to offer. Like, I'm not saying it's bad, guys. Just keep that in mind. I'm not saying, you know, if I had to rate it, I would probably give it a 7.5. It's not a bad game. But I'm just saying that, you know, for the game it's trying to be, for the game it's presenting itself as, there's a lot of things that don't sort of, it creates certain rules, but it doesn't play by those rules. That's what I'm trying to say. It's technicalities, and it's something that somebody who's casual, who plays it once or twice, is not going to notice. But for somebody like me, who's grinded Doom games, who loves playing Ultra Nightmare over and over and over and over again and perfecting and mastering them, I have an issue with the design of 2016. So yeah, that's all. When I grab a ledge in 2016, I have to hope the game allows me permission to live. That's what I mean, disintegrate. That's exactly what I mean. It's just like, and you know, and if you grab a ledge and then you fall and there's a void, you know, below you, and you're at UN and you're in level like 7 or 8, that's it. You're done, you know. But yeah, if you want to play, 2016 is a great Nightmare game. If you want to play on Nightmare difficulty, that's awesome. But above that, I don't think it's good. It's a great, you know. It's a great game to play through casually, but not if you're trying to grind like UN. I don't think it's very fun. I bought this and never bothered playing it. Might give it a... I mean, Ian Johnson, you definitely should. If you've bought Dark Ages, you should definitely give it a go. It's a very cool game. It's a very, very cool game. Especially spend money on it. If you spend and it didn't come cheap also, right? So if you spend money on it and you haven't played it yet, then you should definitely just go for it. 2016 OC is just pure fast aggressive. Eternal was like slower but heavier. It's like technical death metal, mellow down to death metal. I would say so too, yeah. 2016 soundtrack is the best of a trilogy. You know, hands down. I'll say that. But this, I think the soundtrack for Dark Ages is underrated. I think it's really good. I don't like Insanity either. It's not a good balance. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, in RE9 I didn't like Insanity either. I thought it sucked. I didn't have fun at all. I'm trying to do a UN run for the first time, but on Tag 2, any tips? Yeah, Tag 2, just spam the hammer. Just use the hammer and focus on weak points, focus on glory kills, and just like spam the hammer and you'll be fine. Mass Riders 2016, Wed Vidaz. Never. Yeah, in Fireball, 150 damage instead of 75. How about that? And twice as fast and 150 game speed. Yeah, man, that would be a disaster. I'd kill to get a Doom game taking place in the Cosmic Realm. It would work as a sequel for Eternal, actually, since Hell is no longer the primary threat since Davos' death. Yeah, I mean, that could be something that they could do, that they could explore, you know, later down the line, in the timeline, right? Thanks, God. Can't miss out on that badass skin. Yeah, it's a really cool skin, actually. The TAC 2 UN completion skin is actually very cool. I like it. The red one, right? Skullface, I think it's called, if I remember correctly. Oh my fucking god, I hate Doom 3 so fucking slow. Plus the witch is confirmed alive in the Codex. As long as they keep her alive, then she could very well return along with the Cosmic Realm as it is. Yeah, that's true. Whoa, shit, I didn't expect to see you here. Alright, that was interesting. Skill issue, dude. Oh, fuck. Fuck off, bro. I bought it when, I bought it Xmas when it got discounted. The game looks very engaging. Enjoy Doom Eternal. Yeah, that, I mean, it depends what you like, though. If you like... It depends. If you like Doom Eternal, you might not like this game. You just have to just be aware that this game, Ian, is very different from Doom Eternal, right? Eternal is a very fast, I mean, this is also a very fast game, but it's a very vertical game. You're up in the air a lot. Or at least you should be up in the air most of the time in Eternal if you play the game well. In this game, you're grounded. And you're horizontal the whole time, and it's all about, you know, heavy damage, meleeing, movement, but like horizontal movement, right? It's a very different game to Eternal, so... I would love Doom to take a break from the whole Demons from Hell theme and try going for Eldritch Horror instead. They tried doing some of that in Dark Ages, but a whole game like that would be cool. Yeah, but I think that kind of belongs in a Quake game, though. Unhinged Pizza Man. I think, and I feel like they kind of took that away from Quake. They should maybe dedicate that to Quake instead of putting it into Dark Ages. I think, I don't know, or Doom games in general. Hugo confirmed the witch was dead, and Amnu is not confirmed. He lost. Amnu is not confirmed. He lost all his powers. Okay. Well. Yeah. Dark Ages OST just missing the cyber techno machine and sound in the OST. Maybe because it's medieval, but Argent Denur just can't decide. Either became medieval or full cyberpunk. Yeah. Yeah, good point. Good point. In the next Doom game, Vidaz is a Slayer. Oh man, I wish. Alright, this fucking shit arena right here. Wasn't it confirmed in the Codex that the witch has a physical body which is killed by the end of Dark Ages and real form resides in the Cosmic Realm? That's possible. I don't know. I don't really care about story that much, so I don't know. Charles Eternal. Charles Eternal. Where's Disperusion? I don't know. Probably streaming at this point, isn't he? Oh, what? You can fuck right off. Waiting for your mom. What a comeback. What a comeback, Hyper. Love it. Yeah. Let's go for this. Ferocious but lame. A fellow Shredder Ricochet enjoyer. I see. Yes, I very much am. I very much am, especially at this point in the game. It's really good to take out, you know, loads of heavies. And then later on, I slowly switched to the Impaler. Yeah, Ricochet's goatee. Yeah, Ricochet's actually really good. I agree. It's an amazing mod. That's not what I have to do. That's what I wanted to do. Demon Leader should return in the DLC. Ripping their hearts out is fun. Yeah, I agree. Like I think those fights are really amazing in this game. I really like those, like the siege fights. I think are some of the best arenas that I feel are in the game. Really, really good. I wish you could switch between weapon mods on the go. I would use so much more mods. Then I completely agree. Disintegrate. I wish you know, switching between, especially between what's it called? Especially between, you know, like between I can't even speak correctly. Heat Blast and Cycler, for example, if that's what you mean. This game needs one swap. It makes it 5 times better. Yeah. What's your favorite shield rune? I like the Heaven Splitter for crowd control and Auto Turret for dealing with singular large enemy. I've never liked the turret. I only go for Ground Fisher. Once I get it, I fully upgrade it because, you know, it gives me ammo, it gives me armor back, which is great. And then once I get Heaven Splitter, I fully spec into that. So I only use the first shield root and the last one. That's basically how I work around it. Okay, back to RE4. Awesome! RE4 is an amazing game messenger. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, I thought I could farm this guy for the challenge. Come on. Awesome. Alright, Nightmare Imps, where you at? Alright. Decent. I should get all the jewelry, right? Yeah, I should get all the jewelry, but especially get all the treasures, because you can sell them. And you can make a lot of money that way. Thank you. Hey, can I get a promotion to the next level of moderator so I can stop people's messages from being blocked for no reason?